one word, what's one price that you've paid for making this film? Perhaps it's a dream.
Lots of money.
No.
Meera is the pragmatic. She's so pragmatic. Yes.
Everything is at stake.
Hi, this is Manjusha Radhakrishnan from Gulf News Tabloid. We are in conversation with the stars of Baaji, which is releasing in the UAE this Thursday. And it's a star-studded ensemble drama where we have an actress, a fading star who is fighting to remain relevant. Why did you choose, director, to have a female protagonist?
I felt that there is a huge audience of women and men out there who want to see stories about women. And in the good old days, the females were the bigger stars than the men, because women used to go to the cinema more back in the 50s in Hollywood, back in Pakistan. And so I had a great story to tell. Basically, it wasn't a conscious decision, to be honestly, okay, I'm going to make a female oriented film. I had a good story to tell. I felt for it and I made it.
You're playing the pretty young thing,
yes.
And always the stereotypes attached to, like, because you're younger, therefore, you're more ambitious, etc. Does this support all the tropes that is established, like for your pretty young things that you see in cinema?
Of course. I mean, there's a struggle behind every successful person, and so my character basically portrays that struggle from being a girl who works in a salon, ends up meeting a huge star, Meera. Neha is a character who dares to dream, and she will do whatever it takes to achieve the goal that she has, and whatever opportunities that she's going to get in life, like as when Rohel comes in and he finalizes that he's going to launch me as a new face in the film, launching me as a film star. So that was a challenge, and when she's exposed to this harsh, glamorous world, I mean, from outside it's beautiful and it's colorful and it's glamorous. But what goes behind the facade and behind the curtain, when she's going to face that's when the real journey is going to start.
Meera, what a comeback, a brilliant comeback for you, I must add. It's the subtitle of the movie is Every Dream Has a Price. Have you paid any particular, a price for the kind of stardom and the relevance that you enjoy today?
Obviously, because when you're working as a woman and in the field, and there's lots of price you have to pay for that. And for the strong woman, and there is so many things behind, because people, they cannot see these things, and so only they see frontline story and there's frontline headline. And so I think this role is really close to my heart, and I'm so proud to be associated with this film, Baaji the film, and I'm happily associated, and so this is amazing, and it's an exceptional film.
It's nice to see you being like, in a supporting role, can I call it that?
Yeah, of course.
Can? It's so good because sometimes we often have actresses from Bollywood who say they don't get these A-listers to work with them if the women's role is a lot more meatier perhaps. In your case, there's no such gender disparity, is it, for your roles?
Personally, no, of course not. I mean, I played a character in Baaji, the drama serial about, which was an unofficial biopic on Qandil Baloch. I entered in the 14th, 15th episode of that serial. And I have absolutely no qualms. In fact, it's a matter of great pride for me to be associated with cinema that is feminist. It is a great pride for me to be associated with cinema that lifts our women up. I remember when Saqib called me up and told me that he wanted me to act in this movie, I was over the moon because I've been such a huge fan of Meera's. Though I will say that I don't think that there is any concept of lead versus supporting in this film. I think, as is the case with all ensemble films, it does not matter whether you're on screen for 5 minutes or whether you're, on screen every scene of the movie. It's about impact. And that is what an actor craves, right? Whether it's a 2-minute role or whether it's a 20-minute role, what you want is that your presence matters. What you want is your character is important and propels the narrative forward. For me, Rohel was a very complex, very interesting character with a lot of depth. a lot of energy, and like I said, he propels the narrative forward. He's the reason why a lot of Shamira's insecurities come to the forefront as well. I just had a lot of fun with the character, and I had fun engaging with such powerful women both on and off screen.
Director, I wanted to ask you, she plays a very narcissistic woman, right? Most stars, fading superstars are by nature. They're all egocentric.
Most actors.
Actors and artists, I guess.
Yes,
It's
of
all
course.
about themselves. Did you at any point tell her perhaps you have to really dig deep into you and, like you said, bare your soul?
When I first talked to Meera about the film, I never really told her every little bit about the story. And she says, "Ki aapne mujhe kabhi bataya nahi." But I told her the outline, and I said, "Listen, you have to be fearless when you play this, and you have to not hold back." And that was all I had to say. And then once Meera came onto the set, I didn't have to tell her where to stop. At times she would tell me, "Saqib, you're holding back." And I would say, "Nee, Meera, maybe that's going a bit too much." She says, "No, let me do it, and you will see the difference." And when I would see it, I would say, "Oh my God," because she's done so many more films. I'm 1 film old, she's 100 films old, and I'm like, okay, Meera sahi keh rahi thi, she's right. So there was nothing narcissistic at all about her in terms of, I want to look this way or that. She wanted to give a great performance, and actually everybody was.
But she seems a bit unhinged in certain parts.
Yes,
Like,
but that's the
that
character.
she can't just come to terms with her fading.
Yes,
powers.
that's part of the character.
I see.
That's very much a part of the character. It's a character who is at the precipice of losing it.
Yeah.
Because she's
So she seems a bit desperate.
yeah, there is that
That
character.
desperation is very
Yeah, and I
evident.
think in any one of our lives, when we hold anything dear to us and we're about to lose that, we all get a little desperate, right? We all get a little unhinged. I know I can, and I can imagine for an actor how important it is. Because when you're an artist, your work is your everything. That is what feeds your soul. And when that is taken away from you, you do get unhinged.
I see.
And that's what I think Meera brought beautifully to her portrayal of Shamira.
In one word, what's one price that you've paid for making this film? Perhaps it's a dream.
Oh,
In one word. Yeah, we don't have time. We think
I can
Okay.
answer that. Sanity.
what was compromised? Sanity, yes.
Lots of money.
no.
Meera is the pragmatic. She's so pragmatic, yes.
Everything is at stake.
Okay.
Lots
This is
of
do or
money.
die,
Yeah,
is it?
yes, it's
So-
my respect.
I think the price that I had to pay was I think sometimes I'm unable to give the attention that I should to my family. I think that is the price that I'm still paying
Okay, no
to
time for
be
family.
where I am today.
For me, ये जो फिल्म थी मेरे लिए यही सब कुछ था जहाँ पे अगर इफ़ मैं डीपली इफ़ आई गो मैं अपने जोन में जाऊँ और मैं मीरा से एक सवाल करूँ, मीरा जी आपको ज़िंदगी में क्या चाहिए था और क्या खोया क्या पाया, तो मेरे खोने में भी बाजी है और मेरे पाने में भी बाजी है, तो आई थिंक कि मैंने सब कुछ पाया है, मैंने कुछ खोया नहीं है.
Relationships have really
Me too.
have really suffered.
Your personal relationships.
Yeah, of course.
I lost everything in relationships. कुछ नहीं बचा.
Sorry, yes, yeah.
I lost everything.
Okay.
I think that's
Relationships were
the most that we
compromised.
suffer.
Yeah.
And I lost
I am now
everything.
celibate.
Oh,
So I said-
yeah, that's for all the single women
Sorry,
out there.
I hear
How
that.
that's a badge of honor, but even then.
Actually, respect, I was thinking of it in another sense, but
Yeah.
actually I didn't lose my respect. That's not the price I had to pay for this.
Okay.
So the price I
That is what you put on the line.
That's what I
Yeah.
put on the line.
Okay, that's on the table.
That's what I put on the line. But the price that I had to pay for Baaji is basically, I think, sleep. Lack of sleep for one whole year.